Hello everybody, this is Kirby over yonder, and with how terribly awful a lot of the modern Fairly Odd Parents episodes are, we really forget about how good some of the older episodes were. So in order to remind everyone how good this show used to be, let's talk about a classic episode, That's Life. The episode starts out with Timmy's mom complaining to Timmy about how she can't grow anything in her garden, and she needs to do this to win a competition. One thing I really hate in cartoons is filler. I hate it when an episode would take 10 years to get started, because it just feels like it's a waste of my time. But this episode doesn't have any of that. It gets all of its information out pretty quickly, and it doesn't take forever for the plot to get started. Timmy feels bad for his mom, so he wishes that everything in her garden was full of life, and it works. But it ends up bringing Timmy's dead gerbil back to life. I like how this plot point was foreshadowed earlier in the episode by Timmy's mom mentioning how all of Timmy's pets ran away when Timmy was in summer camp. I should really get that fixed. Timmy sees how his dead gerbil named Eddie came back to life and vows to be more responsible towards him, and then completely gets distracted by Chester and AJ. Yeah, on a side note, this episode's really funny. Timmy then asks Cosmo and Wanda to prove him small so he can hug Eddie, and he immediately gets strangled by him. While this happens, Timmy realizes that it was actually his dad's fault that Eddie died, so Eddie tries to get revenge on Timmy's dad. I really like this plot point. Not only was it pretty unpredictable, but it makes Timmy a lot more likable. You're not thinking, oh holy crap, Timmy killed his freaking gerbil. Instead you're thinking, oh, it died while he was at summer camp. That makes sense. Timmy gets out of the cage in a pretty funny way, and saves his dad from getting attacked by the gerbil, only to lead it to try to kill Timmy's mom. I like how the goal of the episode is frequently being changed. It's not like an episode like Fishwater from Teen Titans Go, where the plot just randomly changes. In this episode, the plot does stay the same, except the goal of the episode changes from Timmy wanting to help his mom with her garden, to Timmy wanting to take care of Eddie, to Eddie getting revenge on Timmy's dad, and now to Eddie getting revenge on Timmy's mom. It doesn't feel all cluttered and messed up. It just feels like the plot is changing direction, which I think is a good thing to keep things from getting stale. In a very close call, Timmy manages to convince Eddie to not kill his mom, and Eddie saves Timmy from getting crushed by a giant can of yams, and then they make up. And then that happens. Overall, I consider this to be one of the better written Fairly Odd Parents episodes. It's no channel chasers or anything, but the episode is really funny. The writing was solid, the tone was very suspenseful, and it's actually a pretty creepy episode, almost to the point where it reminds me of Invader Zim, which, trust me, is not a bad thing. So what do you think of this episode, and what do you think of the Fairly Odd Parents nowadays? Leave your answer in the comments below, and with that, Kirby out.